Hakeem invests $25,000 in an account that pays the following. We're going to use the formula A equals P times E to the RT. Principal, this value is how much was invested. It says that right here. He invests that. Now it says how many years we're going to solve for T will it take for him to invest his investment to triple. So that means we want his value to be $75,000. So I'm going to divide both sides by 25,000. And notice how I get 3. To solve for both sides, I have to take the natural logarithm, or the log, of both sides. I get ln of 3. This exponent comes down in front. I get 0.0475t. In this case, you get 23.1286, which rounds to number 3. Now, reminder, I took the ln of both sides because ln and e cancel each other out. They're inverses of each other. For number 18, I have to use a sigma notation, a summation. This notation means that I want to use r as 3, 4, and 5, starting at this number all the way to that top number. So what I did was I plugged in 3 throughout this expression. I'm adding it to 4 plugged into this expression, and I'm adding it to 5 being plugged into this expression. So all I'm doing is simplifying. This is negative 9 plus 3. This is negative 16 plus 4. This is negative 25 plus 5. Negative 6 plus negative 12 plus negative 20. So I have negative 38. Choice number 1. Which graph shows y equals inverse cosine? This is the graph of y equals cosine. So the inverse basically means switch the x and the y values. You're gonna almost turn it around and flip it. Well, notice out of all of these graphs, numbers 1 and 2 both start at 0. These are inverse sine graphs. Okay, I would almost put this on my calculator, making sure that in that case you have to be in radian mode. Well, you see how it starts at 1 on the x-axis, much like it started at 1 on my y-axis? This is the graph of your inverse cosine. In number 20, I rewrote my radical as this expression to the 1/3 power. Remember, our rule of x to the m over n is the same as the nth degree of x to the m. So if I log both sides, they're asking you log r is equal to what? Okay, well, log means you're going to put the 1/3 in front. So I am going to log a squared b minus log c. I'm doing that because the log of a quotient is the same as the subtraction of the logs. Now what I can do here is, now I'm doing a product, I'm basically doing log a squared plus log b minus log c. Simplifying this one step further, I can bring this exponent down. I get 2 log a plus log b minus log c. Distributing the 1/3, you get 2/3 log a plus 1/3 log b minus 1/3 log c, which is choice number 4. To solve, I am going to square both sides. Squaring both sides requires me to multiply this base twice. I get this trinomial. This is a quadratic equation. I'm going to look to move these terms over to the right. I get 0 equals x squared plus x minus 12. I am going to factor, solve by factoring. Solving for x, I get negative 4 and 3. Choice number 2. In number 22, I have my equation, x squared plus 7x minus 11. I am going to, it says that they added 11 over to start the completing the square. What I do to find this term is I take this by finding half of b, and then I square it. So half of 7 is basically 7 halves, and then squaring it is 49 fourths. Okay, so if I find that, I have 49 fourths and 49 fourths. Okay, it's not asking you to solve. Choice number 2.